Welcome to Wealth Wisdom. If you have ambitions to achieve financial success, please leave yes in the comment, and we are here to help you obtain insight and build wealth. The book we are going to share today is 9-Figure Mindset by Dawson. Leverage the right mindset to build an abundantly successful business empire. Maybe you're here because you want to catapult your business beyond mere survival and into the realm of the extraordinary. Or you're looking for ways to turn the dream of having a 9-figure bank account into a typical Monday morning. If you're nodding in agreement, then this sharing to Dawson's 9-Figure Mindset is your ticket to the big leagues. Covering self-discovery, belief transformation, wise employee management, the shift to abundance, crisis preparedness, and goal setting, this practical guide cracks the code of the 9-figure mindset and gives you the inside scoop for thriving, not just getting by, in business. Buckle up as we begin exploring the philosophies that'll take you beyond a stagnant status quo into the frontiers of game-changing wealth and fulfillment. Your million-dollar journey starts right here. Before we continue, if you are interested in this topic, please consider subscribing and give us a thumb up. Let's continue. Engage in self-discovery. Imagine waking up every morning, your heart racing with excitement, because you're not heading to just any job, you're pursuing your calling. This isn't a dream for the select few, it could be your reality. But it demands a bold step toward genuine self-discovery. What stirs your soul? What ignites that fire within? It's time to stop living on autopilot and start steering your life toward your deepest desires. Crafting a future that sparkles with passion begins with a candid conversation with yourself. What tasks make you lose track of time? Where do your natural talents lie? Picture where you yearn to be a decade from now. Does the thought exhilarate you? Your answers to these questions can guide your every decision, starting today. Keep peeling back the layers to unveil the raw truths of your aspirations. Then, build your master plan one deliberate step at a time. Remember that success doesn't arrive with a thunderclap. It's cultivated in the quiet moments when you align your daily actions with your innate strengths and passions. Self-reflection may be laborious, but it's rewarding. So embrace this journey as your pathway to personal power. Rather than cowering from your imperfections, shine a light on them. Treat them as opportunities to sculpt a stronger, more resilient you. And when faced with challenges, invoke the 4 A's: acknowledge, accept, act, and attack. It's the mantra that achievers whisper to themselves. But it's also important to keep in mind that you're not on this path to garner applause. Seeking validation from others is like chasing shadows, it will only lead you away from your true self. Instead, surround yourself with mentors who've walked the walk and can help you carve your own niche in this tapestry of ideas. Living fully and fostering a thriving business stems from this well of authenticity. Lead by example, inspire your team, and dare to claim the abundance you're working so hard for. Keep your focus laser sharp on what matters to you, unswayed by the fickleness of others' opinions. And in the spirit of true success, refrain from judging. In diminishing others, you only lessen yourself. Dive deep into the essence of who you are and chase after those unique passions that are quintessentially you. That's the secret to not just succeeding, but thriving with a full and fulfilled heart. Revise your beliefs. You're standing at the brink of a breakthrough in your business, yet something invisible holds you back. It's not the market. It's not the economy. It's something much closer to home, your beliefs. Beliefs lay the groundwork for their own proof, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy that whispers, "You can't, even when you can." These intangible threads become a tangled mess that ensnares your progress. But believe it or not, they can weave the tapestry of your success too. The question is, how do you shift from being ensnared to being elevated by your beliefs? The secret sauce? It's all in the mindset. Picture a program where the top performers in your business are the ones welcoming and guiding the rookies. The newcomers, their eyes fresh and minds malleable, don't see high revenue figures as extraordinary, they see them as the norm. And guess what happens next? They start to hit those same unreachable numbers with a startling quickness. This is a stark reminder that what you perceive as your limits often aren't. People who expect more from themselves often achieve more. Why? because they don't allow that's impossible narrative to dominate their strategy. It might seem comfortable to cling to old and familiar ideas. But let's be honest, whoever achieved greatness by being comfortable? Adopting a learning mindset opens doors to practices that could revolutionize your business. It means looking at someone else's unconventional approach, not with skepticism, but with a student's curiosity. This is about making the thirst for growth outweigh the ease of certainty. Take a magnifying glass and look at your attitudes. Do they reflect the destination you're striving toward? It's time to embrace discomfort, to be the one who steps forward when every instinct tells you to step back. Change can actually be your most powerful ally. Keep in mind that the most successful figures in any industry are those who can transform anxiety into action, channeling their energies creatively. So, push through your comfort zone. How do you transform your team with this philosophy? Start by molding their beliefs through education and development. Foster a culture that prizes problem-solving and self-confidence. From the moment you interview a prospective employee, probe for that spark of self-assuredness. Additionally, shape an environment where triumph isn't just a happy accident but an expectation. When people see what they're capable of early on, they'll keep climbing without you having to push them. It's also essential to keep the can-do individuals close. Their energy is contagious, and it can mean the difference between a collective that's motivated and one that's merely going through the motions. As you release the brakes of fear and doubt, you'll begin to see the truth in the principle that belief creates outcomes. Turn beliefs into your business's most potent asset, and you'll be surprised where they lead you. Harness the power of proper employee management. Your business may have begun with you at the wheel, steering toward uncharted territories. However, you can't forever navigate it by the strength of your hand alone. The pinnacle of success lies in learning to harness the winds, setting the sails to catch the gusts of opportunity and innovation, so that your business becomes a self-navigating entity. That way, it can propel you, your crew, and your shared mission to places of prosperity and fulfillment. To achieve this, you need to transition from feeling enslaved by your business to making it work for you. Begin by lighting the spark of inspiration within your team. Paint a vivid picture of a future where their deepest aspirations, whether personal, professional, or financial, dance in step with the company's rhythm. Most employees drift in their roles, unanchored, because they fail to understand their integral part in this masterpiece. Show them the shared vision, and watch employee engagement soar. After all, when you align your team's ambitions with the company's, you create a powerful synergy where their triumphs are your milestones. Next, learn to train others instead of doing everything yourself. Mentor your employees, link their ambitions to the skills you provide, and pass on best practices to your team like cherished wisdom. But make sure your processes are flawless and repeatable, so they can be readily used down the line. Also, challenge your team to believe in their own potential, to aim for stars they once thought were untouchable. Set a high bar, yes, but also empower your team with the autonomy to reach it. Encourage their growth, even if it means they'll spread their wings beyond your nest, and when an employee's path does start to diverge from yours, part ways with grace and goodwill. Apart from focusing on employee engagement, your gaze must turn inward, too. More often than not, the bottleneck is staring at you from the mirror. Attracting and retaining the crème de la crème is actually less about them and more about you. So reflect on what your business offers that others don't. How do you foster trust, encourage growth, and build commitment? Remember that sharpening your skills goes beyond technical expertise to include mentorship and development. Your dedication to others' growth will be the beacon that draws excellence. When you achieve this, your business won't just be a machine that you run, it'll be an extension of your values, and a vessel that carries you toward your vision. Welcome abundance. In our universe, ideas are as plentiful as stars, and money is one of those brilliant ideas, brought to life through action. If you ever fall into the trap of believing there's not enough to go around, you're unwittingly stepping out of this cosmic stream of wealth. The concept of abundance isn't just a feel-good philosophy, it's a dynamic law of circulation suggesting that money, like the blood in your veins, should be kept in motion to sustain life and growth. When you clutch your finances too tightly, scared to let go, you're actually repelling the very wealth you seek. This is the silent epidemic of a scarcity mindset, it's a blockage in the natural arteries of life's prosperity. Take lottery winners, for instance. Their rags to rags stories are a testimonial to one thing: they've won the money, but not the mindset. A scarcity mindset, rooted in limitation and fear, can dry up even the most abundant well. On the flip side, an abundance mindset is like rich soil, it grows and flourishes, with wealth being only one of its many fruits. But how do you shift from scarcity to abundance? Take a moment to peer inward at your limiting beliefs about deserving wealth. Are there weeds of doubt about your right to thrive? If so, it's time to nurture the soil with affirmations of plenty, for yourself, for those you work with, and for everyone you serve. Say it with conviction: I choose for my business to overflow with profit, or I choose to be an instrument of wealth for my clients. These words are declarations of your place in the universal flow. Generosity, too, is a magic bean in this garden. When you give, not immediately expecting something in return, you're investing in the universal bank, and the dividends can be delightfully unexpected. Giving doesn't only mean money, it's also your time, knowledge, and experience. Make sure you're working with fertile ground, in other words, excellent employees. Then nourish them and watch them and your business flourish. It's also critical to remember that giving isn't an end in itself. Being open to receiving praise, gifts, or help is like opening your arms to the flow of abundance. To reject these offerings is to dam up that flow. There's a wealth of potential in you, ready to be unlocked. Embrace the universal rhythm of abundance, and let it guide you and those around to new heights. Develop a crisis preparedness mindset. Picture this: out of the blue, a crisis cascades into your reality, threatening to upend everything you've worked so hard to build. It's a scenario that could rattle even the steadiest nerves. But what if, in the eye of that storm, you found the secret to not just surviving, but thriving? Thriving in a crisis isn't about avoiding the storm, it's about steering through it with a prepared mindset. The first thing to do is take a deep breath. Pause. This isn't the moment for hasty decisions that may ricochet with unintended consequences. It's wise to conduct a quick analysis of the current circumstances before reacting. Ask yourself, is everyone safe? You, your loved ones, your team, your clients, their well-being is the bedrock upon which you'll stand to face what comes next. Then, assess the sands of time slipping through the hourglass. How many grains are left before you must act? The time you have determines the actions you'll take moving forward. Make sure that these actions stay true to your ultimate goals as you navigate uncharted waters. It's also important to check whether you have sages in your circle, people who've weathered the same tempest you're going through now. Who whispers guidance in your ear is as crucial as the advice itself. Seek out the battle-hardened veterans, the ones with the scars and medals from their own victories. They've built empires, let their wisdom help you build yours. Leaders who shine in crises are those who redefine their approach to crises. Where others see peril, these leaders see potential. Many competitors falter during such instances, leaving room for your business to snatch up market share if you respond appropriately. Maintain a positive, excited mindset about possibilities. But here's the ultimate key to thriving in a crisis: remember that you can't forge steel in the heart of the battle. Build resilience in your business during the good times, cultivate robust teams, unshakable processes, and systems designed to withstand a siege. This ensures they'll stand strong when their bonds are tested. Then, when the dust settles, seize your moment. If you've laid the groundwork, you can leap into action. Maybe you can even extend your empire into territories once held by now floundering foes. A crisis isn't your downfall. It could be the defining moment that propels your business into the stuff of legend. Value the here and now, while also nurturing your future goals. In your relentless pursuit of happiness, you've been fed a tantalizing myth that happiness lies just beyond the next achievement or material gain. But what if that map you've been clutching leads not to the X that marks the spot, but instead to a never-ending circle? The truth is, happiness isn't a commodity to be hunted or a trophy to be plucked from the external world, it actually blossoms from within. It's a journey from the inside out that begins with being. This is when you find joy in your current existence. The path then weaves through doing, which is taking actions that resonate with your soul's purpose. Finally, it eventually culminates in having, the natural manifestation of your heart's desires. Unfortunately, many navigate this path in reverse, mistakenly believing that having comes first and that accumulating possessions or accolades is the key to being happy. Take a moment to reflect. Do you often catch yourself thinking, "I'll be truly happy when XYZ happens"? This conditional approach to happiness is like chasing the elusive horizon. With every milestone reached, you'll only yearn for another. Instead of falling into this trap, draw your gaze inward and find the spark of contentment in the now. Appreciate the abundance of the present, because that's where true contentment thrives. This isn't to say that you should cease to set your sights higher or become complacent with the status quo. On the contrary, ambition can coexist with contentment. You can chase your aspirations from a place of wholeness, not lacking, from a foundation of inner success, not of dissatisfaction. That's why it's still okay to set goals. Decide on specific ones instead of keeping your options open. This signifies commitment, not confinement. When things don't go as planned, there's always the option to pivot toward a new goal. It's also important to understand the why behind each goal, both for yourself and your team. This shared vision fosters collective drive. To make goals work, write them down to imprint them into your subconscious. This also provides a roadmap that will let you measure progress and boost motivation. In this dance toward your dreams, don't let the allure of the finish line distract you from the present. Let each step forward be an achievement. This philosophy isn't a formula, it's a guide to a fulfilling journey of goal setting and achievement that places happiness in every moment along the way. That's the end of today's sharing. If you like our content, please give us a thumb up and share it with your friends. See you next time.